Sounds good.
He said, sounds good.
And Thursday,
Jesse just gave thumbs up.
Thursday is Matia's birthday.
Oh,
And Bill had one too, yes.
Yes.
30.
The seventh, which was my mom.
Still in the packet. I have to like
Yeah.
subtract.
Okay,
like,
if everyone will please stand, I'm going to ask Lieutenant Colonel Tom Krupp to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Earl?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, please remain standing, and would like to ask our Superintendent of Schools, Dustin Howard, to come forward and do our invocation for us. Dustin?
Bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight as we serve you, we serve our community. Grant us the strength, wisdom, the discernment as we consider the decisions before us as we continue to grow greatness in Winchester and Clark County. Guide our hearts and our minds so that our choices and our actions reflect what is best for our community, our kids, and our future. Give us the strength to make the right decision, even when at times that decision might not be the most popular. Help us with listening, with understanding, leading with integrity, working together for the good of all. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen. And go Cards.
Go Cardinals.
Okay, I will officially call the meeting to order. Everyone may have a seat. And I'd like to ask the City Commission to join me down front for a presentation or two. Okay, we're honored this evening to have two fine gentlemen sitting on the front row and one not so fine. It's a real honor tonight to have retired Lieutenant Colonel Tom Krupp and retired Lieutenant Colonel join us this evening, and retired Master Sergeant Larry Lee. And they have had some huge honors. And those honors are retired Colonel Krupp, Lieutenant Colonel Krupp, as 2026 Kentucky, not Winchester, not Clark County, but Kentucky Senior Army Instructor of the Year. And retired Master Sergeant Larry Lee is the 2026 Kentucky Army Instructor of the Year. Certificate of recognition and then present those to you all. For their outstanding leadership, instructional excellence, mentorship, and unwavering dedication to the cadets of the George Rogers Clark High School Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps, better known as JROTC program. Selected through a highly competitive process by the Kentucky Department of Education's JROTC Directorate and the U.S. Army Cadet Command 7th Brigade, these prestigious honors reflect their exceptional commitment to developing leadership, discipline, character, civic responsibility, and service among the youth of our community. Through their guidance and through their mentorship, countless cadets have grown into responsible citizens and future leaders. Their remarkable achievements include leading the George Rogers Clark High School JROTC Raider Challenge team to 3 consecutive national championships. At the U.S. Army Raider National Championships, bringing distinction and pride not only to GRC, but to the city of Winchester, Clark County, and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The city of Winchester extends its sincere gratitude and appreciation to Lieutenant Colonel Krupp and Master Sergeant Lee for their exemplary service and for positively impacting the lives of students through leadership, dedication, and excellence. Presented this 18th day of August 2026. City Commission. These guys, I've been to several of their events, and they put over a great event with really good food too. And enjoy what they're doing and appreciate they have us out at the high school every 9/11 day for a ceremony that is extremely touching. Makes us remember a lot of things that not so good in history. And but you two have led with dignity, and you've led with grace. And you're
Thank you very much.
You're greatly appreciated. Thank you, guys.
We're just really happy to have the opportunity after serving, great careers, over 20 years to then get the opportunity to come back and, positively, hopefully, affect, the next future leaders of America. So we take it as an honor and privilege. Thank you so much for you guys' support, the community. We wouldn't be able to do this without our great support of our district, school leadership, and the families here that support us in the community. Thank you so much, Greg.
And thank you all again from the bottom of all of our hearts for what you do and have done and instill character and pride in our kids. And that's what it's all about.
And if I'm not Mayor, I never had the privilege of working with the colonel, but I did with Sergeant Lee. And I was always humbled around him, not because of how much he could eat at or hot lunch, but he competed with me well. But what they do for some kids that don't have anywhere else, they're not a part of anything else, but they go to JROTC and they find a home, and they have produced some kids. Some I think that are military officers now because they left here and went through our ROTC programs at Eastern or Warhead or UK and are serving this country proudly now.
So once again, thank you. Let's give one more round.
Okay, now we're gonna be blessed, not entertained, sorry, by our school superintendent, Dustin Howard, who will update us on the Clark County schools, and I'm sure there's not much happening there.
Not much at all. First, thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight and kind of preview what's coming this year for not only the students of Clark County, but our entire community. Enrollment, so let me start there, is up again for 30 years in a row, close to 5,600 students. We have almost 1,300 staff. We are by far the biggest employer in Clark County. Most people don't realize that. We have really put a lot of effort into retaining quality teachers. The best thing that I can do is not a program, it's not a slogan, it's not even go-karts. It is to retain the best teachers and put them in front of kids. When I took over this job, we were only retaining about 67% of our staff, and that was just 4 years ago. This is my 5th year superintendent. Happily report today that we are retaining close to 92% of our staff, which is an amazing feat turnaround. But it's also because of our community. Our teachers feel supported. At our Connect event, we had a lot of you all there, our community business partners, the chamber. We had the judge executive, police, the entire police department. We did serve breakfast, so that had something to do with it. I think they would come nonetheless. Because our vision is truly this, is to connect the district and the community as one to grow greatness in all of our kids, of all of our students, and I mean all. So we can't do this in silos, which is why, again, it's such a great honor. I will say how we do that is not just about test scores. Last year, we do have a top 30% high school in the state of Kentucky. Right? So I'm not saying we're not trying to compete to win, because we win a lot. National championships, state championships. We have a world-class performing arts program, band, of course, orchestra, plays. I know we got a couple pretty good ball squads too. But we're really trying to not only win in the classroom with test scores, but win so that when kids walk across the stage at graduation, that diploma means something. It means that they are empowered leaders. This is one of our pillars, right? The resilient learners. Resiliency is not a quality that was as common as it once was. Not a lot of times when things get hard, people are resilient, right? We have to make sure our kids are ready for the challenges. They're effective communicators. They can stand in front of a group of people and be passionate, articulate, and intentional with their message. Have to be engaged citizens. They can't just sit idly by and then complain. They have to be involved in the process. They have to reflect, to innovate, and they have to be able to be committed collaborators. Because if you cannot work with people, you cannot function in this world. It's more important than any skill set in the algebraic equation. People don't get fired from jobs typically because they can't do the job. They get fired because they don't communicate well and they don't work well with others. So what my pledge is, those are the things that will not only hold our kids accountable for, but this year's message is to live it. Live it as a superintendent, live it as assistant superintendents, live it as a bus driver, live it as a classified staff, cafeteria worker, live it as a teacher. Because how in the world am I supposed to hold kids, kindergartners, 18-year-olds accountable for those pillars when I have adults not doing it? So I have put a tremendous amount of emphasis, we'll call it, a challenge to my staff, all 1,300, to model the way for what we expect our kids. I would always challenge you as elected officials and our community to live it, because folks are watching, our kids are watching. And it's real easy to give a speech in public and then not do what you say. Be about it, don't just talk about it. And really, truly, that is our message this year to our entire district. Couple things to connect, and then I'm actually going to let Ms. Fitton and Mr. Watkins give kind of updates on each side of the house, academics, and a little bit on operations. We got a lot of projects. But a couple things. One, of course, we had the Homecoming Spirit Week. We want everyone downtown to be involved with that. The second thing is we want our community to be able to know what's going on. Right now, we have a lot of programs, we have social media, we got a lot of things to push things out. But how do you know, how do you filter through? So we're rolling out a Connect with CCPS. So stay informed, stay involved, stay connected. You will have access to everything going on in Clark County, every play, every ball game, middle school, high school. All you have to do, click on this QR code and you'll start getting text messages. And not a ton of text messages that access calendars. Because far too many times we do great things and then I get, well, I didn't know that was going on. Right? Or if you don't have a kid that's involved, you don't get information from the school. This is our vision and our way to truly lean into our vision and mission. Connecting the district and the community, whether you have a kid, a grandkid or not. Whether you have a kid or a grandkid or not, our graduates are going to be taking care of you if they're not already. And we want you to be a part of what we're doing. So I'll leave this with you as we transition. I'm going to have Ms. Smith to kind of give some updates, and then Mr. Watkins will bring us something. So we run long, I'm going to blame him. That's in my time frame with this opportunity, but don't get back up. Thank you again for all you do. Whether people agree with it or not, you have the courage to put yourself out there, be resilient, and make decisions from your heart. And that's all I can ask you. So thank you.
And Dustin, thank you for what you do and the leadership you provide to this community. You know, I was sitting here thinking while you were talking, is schools are different than they were when all of us went to school. You know, we went to school, we did our homework and did the things we were supposed to, but all those extra things that are here for kids now, and kids that went home to empty homes don't have to do that anymore. And so many things are provided through the schools, but it takes your leadership and the excellence that you have shown us to bring Clark County schools forward like they have been. So thank you and your entire staff.
Very well. We're just getting to the good stuff now. Go Cars. Go Cars.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, I'm Kelly Fitton, the Chief Academic Officer, and I would like to discuss a few great things that we've got going on. There's so many great things going on in Clark County Public Schools. This is just a few of the initiatives that we have. So this year, new at Baker, RDC, and at the Cardinal Innovation Center, we are rolling out what we call personalized career labs, or iLabs. So all three of those buildings have the opportunity, or the students have the opportunity, to engage in hands-on, real-world experiences through modules and simulated learning. Just to mention a few of what these modules entail: computer science, engineering, health science, nutrition, robotics, drywall, electrical, HVAC, energy and power, cosmetology, that's been a huge hit, child development, so sports medicine. All of these modules, students are able to experience hands-on. Each of those modules, they get to pick what they are really interested in, engaged in, and they get to spend, our 8th graders, a full year embarking on this journey with these labs. So they get a better idea of what they like, what they're interested in. And then when they go on to the high school, they have a better idea of what pathway that they would like to pursue. So it's just our way of exposing students to careers and pathways a lot sooner instead of waiting until they get to high school. The 5th and 6th grade modules at Baker are more of that just exploratory. Then when they get to RDC, they're discovering really what that entails. And then when they get at CIC, it's more about experience-based learning. But everything is hands-on. On September 8th, we will be doing a ribbon cutting ceremony for that. So we'd love to have you all with us. We'll make sure we send out an invitation. So super excited about those initiatives. Not only, as Mr. Howard mentioned, that we started school last Wednesday, our preschool students started yesterday. So we are super excited to welcome about 300 students into our preschool. So we're continuing to grow. They are also still screening students to start this year. So we do have capacity for more students, and this year we've opened it up to any 4-year-old that would like to enroll. So as of yesterday, it was right around 300, but more are still going to walk through those doors later this year. So super excited about everything that we have going on at the preschool. It is accredited and a 5-star preschool, which gives so many opportunities for our students to make sure that they're ready for the rest of their school career.
Is that 3 and 4-year-olds?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, 300 of them?
It was a great morning.
Oh, wow.
All smiles.
Can
When I
imagine.
was there yesterday, students were excited to get in the hallways, and it was a fun time. They had a great day yesterday. And then this summer, just wanted to touch on a program that we offered this past summer in June. It was called our Summer Flight Academy, which was opened up to elementary age students to ensure that they did not have any time during the summer where they were not learning reading or math. So they had that continuous engagement of learning throughout the course of the summer. So we offered this all during the month of June, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, for 6 hours. So it was 20 additional days of instructions for students who wanted to participate. We served a breakfast and lunch for these children and provided transportation. And so we had about 200 students that enrolled with us, and we're already looking at scores from when they left last in May, and then we continued that summer learning, and we showed continued growth. So instead of students not being engaged during the month of June, that was 200 more students we were able to increase where they were at, and then they were able to start school in August, even ahead of where they ended in May. So we're super excited about offering that opportunity for our students, and that's something that we'll continue to offer every summer. And in addition to that, we'll be starting next week additional 2 hours of instruction for students at the elementary age level. If parents would like to leave their children up to 2 hours longer than the extended than the day, we can extend that for them. We provide snacks. We also provide transportation, and that just allows 2 more hours that we can really make a difference with those students. So that's something that we'll be starting next week as well at all 4 elementary schools.
Anything else? No, I'm kidding.
All right, Brandon, are you ready? I'll turn it over to him. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
And the preschool starting my day, there were more tears from the parents than the kids. The kids were happy, and it was super fun to see them. As you all probably have seen, it's been a busy summer for us and our staff on the operations side. At our summer feeding program,
was fantastic. They served over 100,000 meals to families in Clark County.
Wow.
Through at Conkright and a couple of our other locations. Fantastic the work that our food service staff does to make that happen. And they had and let me say, they had the best chocolate milk I think I've ever tasted.
How did you get the chocolate milk?
Oh, it was good. It was good. Whole milk. Yeah. So, Baker, we've got a roof project going on, and you may have seen it. It looks like it has styrofoam completely over the roof right now. That's in progress. They're getting a new roof. RDC, we've undertaken quite a big renovation project there. And especially if you look at the time frame, we didn't start until school ended in May, and we were ready to go, even though it was by the hair of our chin, for the open house last week, right before school started. Well, Friday before school started. That morning, contractors were in there cleaning up, and our custodial crew, and it was ready. But there was a lot of work to be done. They're getting a new roof. They had new HVAC system put in the majority of the building, and some new doors, new windows. And if you've driven around back, especially, you notice that it's definitely had a facelift. We're also excited about some of the athletic upgrades and renovations. The RDC football field is going to be good turf on it, which will be super exciting. It'll allow us middle school to play football, soccer, us to have a secondary location if the high school needed one. So we've added a youth football team as well that's playing. Our goal is to provide kids as many opportunities as we can. So we're blessed to be able to continue to improve our facilities and make Clark County and Winchester the very best that we can. Want to brag on you guys, the city, a little bit, and your folks. The Martin Luther King Way, we added some lights there in a collaboration with the city and Desi and Mike and their folks to improve safety. 3 schools up there in that area. It gets a little crowded in the morning, and a lot of times those schools start early. At preschool 7:30, Baker, or 7 o'clock, Baker at 7:30, and it's dark. I'm still, most of the school year up there, and so these lights help improve safety with cars passing and buses and all that good stuff. Also, thanks to WMU and the city for working with us on the turf project at RDC. There's some storm lines and stuff under that field that, they're working with us on that to make sure everything's in good shape. Also, thanks to Chief Thompson and the police officers. Last year, I thought, man, this has been the best traffic's been at the beginning of school that I can ever remember anywhere almost, in a couple of previous places I've been. And it was, this year, I think they topped it. It was even smoother. Day 2, there was, at the middle and high school, there was basically no line at the time school was supposed to start of people waiting to drop off, which, like I said, huge shout out to their folks. They helped. Their SROs were out there helping. Their school staff was helping. And we really appreciate that. It was, from a traffic standpoint, it was a very, very smooth start this year. There's always extra traffic, but we thank you all for that. The last thing I'll say is, I think Mr. Cox mentioned, next Friday, the 28th, is going to be our first home football game. We're going to honor the 2026 Clark County Public Schools Hall of Fame inductees that night. We have a couple former Hall of Fame honorees on your council, Mayor and Shannon. Congratulations to you all. We're going to honor our next class that's coming in that Friday. We'll have refreshments. You guys are invited to attend. And let me put in a plug. If you know somebody who is worthy of the Clark County Public Schools Hall of Fame that has done something for our county, our community, our school system, send me an email, give me a call. I'll take your information, and we will get them on the list to be reviewed for next year. And if you're interested in serving on the Hall of Fame committee, please let me know. We'd be glad to have you. That's all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Brandon. Before we move on, do any of the commissioners have questions for any of our Board of Education folks, school system?
I have one.
Pretty good crew sitting over there.
And this is just, I just noticed it, so forgive me. Is there, I want to put foot in mouth, is there a for sale sign in front of the school board?
Yes, there is. So if you know anybody that wants to buy a luxurious prime place building, all right?
I'll be glad to help with the deal.
Thanks for that, and it is for sale. We are going to be transitioning to a Shopper Drive location, former health department building, were purchased last year, which allows us to get a much newer building that still connects to our property. So it's right by the bus garage.
Sure.
We don't need road frontage, so it's going to allow us to pay less utilities, less other things, and actually get a little bit closer, hopefully turn around and break even and not
Sure.
do well for ourselves.
Having had an office out there on Lexington Avenue for a while, it could get really cold in the winter because I don't know when those windows were caulked, but it wasn't in my lifetime. It was East Kentucky Power was still out there, I guess.
Well, I know a warm-blooded man that lives in that building, and I don't mind the cold.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
But no, we it is up for sale if you're interested. Lyle Adams is the representative for us in that, so.
But
But the old health department building on Professional, or Shoppers.
Shoppers.
That's right, on Shoppers, that's where we'll be moving. We're renovating it a little bit, putting the roof on. It's pretty much ready to go. Just sell that building and we'll move over.
Okay, fantastic.
but that
Not
building
actually
was,
any taxpayer dollars on that, and again, year after year, save money.
Yeah, I think that's key.
that building was dated a long time ago.
All that, good.
Mhm.
I think Commissioner Strode had a comment.
About networking with the school system. You all have been wonderful over the years with shuttle service for our festivals. It has been fabulous. And then I've been talking to Brandon because of Jesse. We are going to use the trailer, refrigerated trailer from the food service for Pioneer Festival, which is going to save us about $1,500, which is wonderful. So thank you all so much for working with us on that.
We're just trying to live our vision, connecting the district
Yeah.
and community as one.
Dustin, when's homecoming week?
That is the 11th and 12th of September.
Oh, it's coming up.
Well, and
So it's a little bit sooner. We'll also be getting information out. We've got a couple state championships. We've got some rings coming in for both of those teams, so we'll be honoring them this fall also. So we'll let you know when that is. It'll be a really cool event. But yes, homecoming will be on the 11th, I think.
And you all are encouraging downtown business owners to decorate their windows.
Decorate it up. This game over is the theme this year. I'm
Mike, you'll have to get Rob to paint us some cardinals or something on the front
Yes,
doors, and let's get with the program. So
well, and they, if not for Dustin used to be, but he's not there on site anymore. But if not for these two back here, including the one that's afraid to say anything here, word camp would not happen. And, we were able to serve 60 homes this year
That's wonderful.
and paint some picnic tables.
well,
Finish one up, yeah.
Do you have the rest of them done yet?
I think we should go one more to.
Okay.
the good thing is we're all in this together, and that's what makes the difference in Winchester and Clark County, because we're all hopefully rowing the same boat the same way. So thank you all again for being here tonight and for sharing. We'd like for you to do this periodically and come keep us advised of what's going on and how we can help, and we'll continue our strong relationship with each other.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your service.
Thank you. Okay, moving down to item 4, minutes of the July 21st, 2026 special, 4:30 PM, and regular 5:30 PM, and August 4, 2026 special, 4:30 PM, and regular 5:30 PM meetings. Is there a motion? Motion by Commissioner Toole. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Commissioner Cox. Any discussion? additions, corrections? All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed by like sign? Motion carries. Item 5, departmental and agency reports. They're right there in our packets. If anyone has any comment you'd like to make, please do so. If not, I'll take a motion to accept departmental agency reports.
So moved.
Commissioner Strode, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Cox. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed by a like sign? Motion carries. Item 6, informational items. Again, it's just what it says, for information only. There was one thing I wanted to point out. I think item B, I had the honor of making it Ben N. Asher Day. Dr. Asher turned 90 years old, and he has served this community well, and he was excited and surprised. So that it was a good thing.
Yeah, it's very nice, very nice.
I also want you all to know that I bit the bullet for you and sat through 3 hours of professional development for local bridge ownership. And I know now about girders and curbing and all that stuff. So Brian, watch out. Okay, comments from the general public? Don't see any general public right now. Let's go ahead and do comments from mayor, commissioner, city manager, and city attorney. And then if we have time, we'll go ahead and adjourn to closed session. So, Commissioner Chenault.
I don't have anything really. Attended farmers market, rock the block party, which was a success.
It was great.
That's about all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Strode?
Pioneer Festival is upon us, the 5th and 6th. Also, I'd like to thank Brian again for putting the benches together. Jesse, I didn't realize they were going to come in and have to be put together. I don't think Jesse did either. They look so nice up on the courthouse, Brian. Thank you so much. I think RJ and fiscal court were very appreciative to get the new benches and get rid of those other ones. So I really thank you for that. And all that Public Works does, they've worked down to the kids area trying to help them get ready for Kids Day at the market. And that looked great. And they said how much they appreciated your all's work and time, Brian. So thank you for that. We take for granted sometimes what Public Works does in this community, and we should never take it for granted.
You're correct. Commissioner Cox?
Well, the school folks stole my thunder. I was going to mention about the Hall of Fame induction next Friday night, and we've got 10 very deserving people. And it's wonderful that happens. And also I mentioned about work camp, and we've got our final settlement statement, and we only went $4,011 over budget, but when we budgeted for 54 homes, and we ended up doing 60. So,
Good, great.
yeah.
Commissioner Toole?
I got nothing.
Mr. Dykeman?
No, Mayor.
Mr. Manager?
No, ma'am. Closed session to discuss potential litigation, and then property acquisition would be the 2 items.
Okay. Is there a motion to go into closed session for property acquisition, KRS Chapter 51810B?
And potential litigation.
Potential
Okay.
litigation, KRS Chapter 61810C.
Okay, I'll make the motion. We go into closed session for property acquisition, KRS Chapter 61810B, and potential litigation, KRS Chapter 61810C. And at the end of that closed session, we adjourn that closed session and this special call meeting of the city commission.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Chenault. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed by like sign? We shall adjourn to the city manager's office and be back in just a little bit.